Hi everybody, this is Cameron Snow with Danomics. I want to show you how Danomics Forecasting and Economics tools can help you get the answers you need in just seconds. And I'm going to show you how this is done by starting a new project from scratch. Let's get started. So here I've got a new empty project and I'm just going to grab my well header and my production database, and you'll see that when I do this, it populates our map and our well list. Now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to apply a few quick filters to screen down to the wells that are important to me. So let's say I only want to look at wells that have a little bit of production. I only want to look at horizontal wells that have at least a 5,000 foot lateral. I want to filter down to wells, let's say, that were drilled after January 1st, 2010 in the Niobrara Formation. And now that I've done that, I see I'm down to 415 wells. So I'm going to turn on my production bubbles here so I can get a quick preview. And if I click on one of these wells, what I'll see is we've got our production here. I'm going to flip this over to log scale, put our fluids on separate axes, and we can see that our wells are already forecasted out. And if I click here from well to well, you can see, how the software is performing. Now let's say I want to put a few more controls on this analysis. I can come over here and I can put some global constraints on. Let's say I want to constrain my minimum maximum annual decline. I want to put a ceiling on my B factor there. Let's say I want to put on a exponential decline of 8% and limit my well life to 40 years. Well, I can do that, and now all my interpretations have been updated across all of my wells, just like that. That's how easy it goes. Now, let's say I want to go beyond just looking at the production, and I want to look at the economics on this well. No problem, Danomics has you covered. We just come over here, we turn on our economics, and this gives us some default parameters where we can come in and we can say, hey, let's put in our working interest, our average NRI. We can put in an oil price. We can put in differentials on that. We can put in gas prices with differentials on those. We can put in things like our NGL pricing, etc. We can come in and put in our fixed and variable OPEXs for each of our fluids in here. We can put in standard well cost and our severance tax regimes. And once we have done that, we now have all of our economics calculated. So we can see the EURs on these wells, our before tax and after tax IRRs, our pre-drill MPVs, and our forward-looking MPVs on these wells. So it gives you a lot of information really fast. And we can also come in and do work on things like multi-well type curves as well. So let me just show you how we do that. We just come in here, we tell it we want to make something like a Niobrara P50 type curve. So we're going to start there. We need to choose a well set here, and a couple different ways we can do it. We can do it by selecting wells based on criteria, or we can do it with a map selection, which is what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to come down here. I'm going to quickly grab these wells. I'm going to copy those APIs to the clipboard. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to add a filter to this well, and I'm going to say API. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to paste in that list in here. And then once I've done that, it now gives me these wells. So I'm just going to send those over to my well set, and easy peasy. Look at that. We now have some aggregated curves. Once again, we're going to put those on individual scales. Like I said, we're going to do this as a percentile. And now we're going to show some of those individual curves in here for our wells. So now we can come in and just drag and drop and fit the part of the trend that we want to generate our type curves. Okay, you want to see your well count? No problem. We can just turn that on. We can see where the well count starts to drop off. You want to add that type curve for gas? We can do that too. Just hit add. Once again, I'll turn off those individual curves, come in here, I'll do some drag and drop, and in no time we have those type curves for our P50 built, and now we're good to go. We can start applying that to guide some of these wells with early production. I hope that has demonstrated to you how Danomics can help you rapidly filter down to the wells of interest, calculate your EURs, your IRRs, your MPVs, get all those economics tuned up, and generate things like multi-well type curves. And we did all that in less than 5 minutes. Thanks, and if you want to learn more, go to danomics.com, register for a demo today.